Hi, Marianne Croce here from Small Biz Vantage and the creator of 3 Day Weekend System and Coaching. And I am so glad to be here each and every week to do these lives. I do them for a couple of reasons. Business leadership in 15 minutes. The first reason is for you to be able to shift your perspective, if you will, right? Your vantage and really turn that into your competitive edge. The way that we look at our business really determines the actions that we take. So when we look at things a little bit differently, all of a sudden the actions change. And a lot of times we see opportunities that we hadn't seen before. The second reason is for you to take one action item away each and every week. It doesn't take these huge changes. Small changes can really cause a ripple effect in your business, and you can see different things make an impact. So a lot of people ask me, Marianne, who do you work with? When they meet me, whether I'm at a speaking event or, I'm doing a live or they learn more about me, they want to know who I work with. And I work with single location auto shop owners. These are people that are near and dear to me. I have owned an automotive shop for 25 years, so I'm in it. I understand exactly what you go through on a regular basis. And these are people that I have a lot of admiration and respect for. They're in what I call owner overload in many cases, and I help them actually stop doing as much as they're doing, adding so much to their day. I help them by subtracting from their day, and they're really amazed at the impact that that could make. So, this week's topic is hiring today for auto shop owners. Think about that. That is something that when I speak to auto shop owners, there's a big sigh. Oh my gosh, it's so challenging today. And I get it, I understand. So, what I want to talk about first is how often do you get out of your shop? So, bear with me on this. How often do you actually get out of your shop? Because I recently attended an industry board meeting and grand opening. It was a combination for ATRA, which is the Automatic Transmission Rebuilders Association, which had moved from California. They relocated in Texas. And it was great to see all of the board members who are from 9 different regions across the United States and Canada, right? And to see the ATRA staff in person because we're used to virtual meetings. So it was great to see everyone and really catch up. With all the projects that ATRA was, going to provide, they want to be able to give great value to their members. And when I was going through the meeting and even during the grand opening, all of the people that showed up for it, it really got me thinking about the value of stepping out of your business, stepping out of your shop from time to time. Owners can gain much needed clarity that will really help them focus on the activities to grow their business. So I really thought about this a lot during the 3 days that I was away. And I want to share with you 3 examples of getting out of your shop. One of them is get involved, volunteer your time. Local is the best place to start. I wouldn't start if you've never done anything to get involved with boards as the first thing. I would start with getting involved locally. Schools really do appreciate and value business owners who support the next generation. And I enjoy being part of a high school and a secondary school advisory board. I can't tell you how much they appreciate this because there's so many people out there's so many business owners that don't do this. So this is a way for you to stand out as well. Schools are looking for owners to help with their career events, mock interviews, job shadowing. They're even looking for people to come in and present, to speak, so that the students have great insight as to what the industry is like. It's a great way to get your business in front of students and their parents, and get your business in front of these schools to be an example of professionalism in the industry. The second way for you to get out of your shop, another example, would be gaining clarity. So be open minded to other perspectives. We have a way of thinking, we have a way of doing things, and you may have been doing it that way for a long time. But there are other ways, there are other perspectives. So if you look at the auto industry from another point of view, it really helps owners build a foundation for a healthy work environment. Learn what's important to customers, to team members, learn what they value and what motivates them. So it's very easy to look at your business from your point of view as an owner or as a manager, but it may be a little bit harder to look at your business from a customer's point of view or a team member's point of view or a supplier's or a vendor's point of view. So are you willing? Are you going to be open to those other perspectives? Are you willing to collaborate with others and hear what they have to say? Are you ready for that? Are you open-minded? And then the third example of getting out of your shop is build and nurture relationships. This is so important. This is probably the most valuable thing that you can do for your business. And I want to give you an idea here. What you're doing is you're aligning your shared core values. So you have core values, even if you don't think of them, you have them. And other people have them as well. So you will have an opportunity to meet others who share your core values. You have a conversation with someone, and within a few minutes, you can tell if it's a good fit or if it's not a good fit. If somebody rubs you the wrong way on how they do business or their thinking, or you're like, wow, this person thinks the way I do, and we're aligned in our core values. We want to treat customers well. I want to give them a lot of value. Respect is important to me. All of the things that really are right down to your core, you feel strongly about. So build and nurture those relationships. You can learn so much from others through collaboration. You might find someone who can be a great partner, a great business partner, potential employee, team member, so many different ways just by building and nurturing relationships. So owners have responsibility, and the responsibility that you have really does go beyond the four walls of your shop. And I know a lot of owners don't think this way. They think that their business is their responsibility and that's it. But when we're thinking of hiring, we have to think about today and the way things are today. And we do have a responsibility. It's your responsibility to make the industry better, right? It is. It's owner's responsibility to better the industry. Now, how do you do that? Well, by being an example of professionalism. And professionalism doesn't mean that you can't have fun. It doesn't mean that you can't have a fun environment or a fun culture in your shop, but you do have to be respectful and you do have to be professional. And one way to do this is to support and encourage the next generation of young men and women who are coming into the industry. Help them to see the industry as a viable career opportunity. It's an option. It's another thing, right? When they're thinking about what they're going to do, it's another thing. It's another avenue, and it is a viable career opportunity. There are industry challenges with hiring due to a number of people that are retiring or leaving the industry. So if you're not looking to be part of the solution, if you're not looking for ways to really attract and encourage young people, then you're part of the problem. If you're only looking at what's in the four walls of your shop and you're not going beyond that, you are part of the problem. Sorry to say that, but that's the way it is. So, what is the impact that can happen if you shift the way you look at this? What can happen? As an auto shop owner, when you see beyond the four walls of your business, you can realize your business is more than a way to make a living. It's actually a way to serve your community and the good people in it. You can provide services and you can provide jobs, employment. You see yourself as a resource. And when you start seeing your business and yourself as an owner differently, what happens is you start taking action differently. You start doing different things. It's easier to stay positive about hiring because you're doing something while other people are just complaining about how difficult it is to find people and hire people. You become a destination shop by creating a healthy work culture and a career path for your team. Maybe those are things that you haven't thought about before. Another way is when you realize that there's no room for ego, when you put the ego away, you become stronger at navigating through challenges, personally and professionally. And let me tell you, that is freeing when you can navigate through different challenges. I'm sure anyone who's listening to this episode knows that challenges happen. Is it on a monthly basis, a weekly basis, a daily basis? And how do you navigate through them? How do you empower your team? And then lastly, another area of impact is the automotive industry won't lose good people to other industries due to being jaded from working in a shop with a toxic work environment. So think about the young people that are coming into this industry. If they end up in a shop that has a toxic culture, to me, that's one of the worst things that can happen because they may actually think that all shops are like that. That's the way the industry is. And we could actually lose good people to other industries. And to me, that's the worst thing that could happen. So I want to leave you with a pro thinking tip. Allow yourself thinking time. Very important to do this. Be an example of professionalism for your customers, your team, and your community. See yourself as a resource. I can't emphasize this enough. Don't take what you know and think it's common sense because it's not. It might be common to you because you've been in the industry and this stuff is stuff you've been doing for years, but it's not. That makes it common knowledge, but it's not common sense. Most people don't know what you know as a business owner, as an automotive industry professional. So don't mix up the two. So you want to really be there and be that example for your customers, your team, and your community. See yourself as that resource. It will make you and your business stronger and healthier by becoming more profitable, more sustainable, and a more enjoyable business. You're creating legacy, and creating legacy is very rewarding because your shop, your business becomes something that is not only manageable by someone else, but it actually is sellable as well. So that's it for business leadership in 15 minutes. I'm so glad that you were here. If you weren't here live, you can watch the replay, place any comments in, and I will definitely respond. And have an enjoyable week.